Drive unlocked.
Excellent. I've repowered a nearby control panel so you can complete the removal procedure. The controls will allow you to position the drive so it can be easily removed via cargo drone.
Moving FTL into position.
Steady on there, Jack. That's our ride home.
Once the drive reaches the outer wall, you can open the... Jack, be advised. Ticks inbound.
Stand by. I'll deal with that.
They must have been drawn out by the drive's substantial energy signature.
Tick threat neutralized. Resuming removal process at the control terminal.
Once the drive reaches the outer wall, you can open the surface port to make the drive available for retrieval.
The drive is in position. How do I open the service port?
Multi-operator release controls on either side of the hatch.
Removal process complete. The FTL drive is ready to be extracted.
Good work, Jack. Drones are on their way.
Copy that.
Ready to depart with the cargo in T-minus 10 seconds. If you plan to accompany the drive, I suggest you take hold now. Departing in 3, 2, 1. Thrusters engaged.
I'm exiting the drive bay.
Give the Estrella a wave as you go. Suppose this is the last we'll be seeing of her.
I'm afraid that's not entirely accurate.
What do you mean?
To ensure we are limiting all the biomass in the past, we will need to generate a counterpulse substantial enough to blanket the entire Kronos 2 orbital sector. To do so, we will have to venture into the remains of the Estrella that were left behind in 2126, and use the ship's primary drive exchange conduit to amplify the output of the... Cure bomb.
Kinda grows on you, doesn't it?
Not unlike a biomass infestation.
So, where am I in all this?
I will need you to accompany us into the wreckage. As acting captain of the Estrella, your authorization is required to access the primary drive bay.
Right. Well, I've nearly finished rigging up the gantry. Should be good to go by the time the drones turn up with the FTL. I'll see you back here shortly.
Acknowledged.
Jack, I should tell you, if our plan succeeds, it is unlikely you will be able to return to this timeline. If there are any outstanding tasks you'd like to finish, now might be the opportune time.
Understood.
Jack, over here.
Connectivity restored. This dock is now aiding in the development of your regenerative shield, Jack.
This tramline appears to have been under construction.
Indeed. Records indicate that the adjoining facility was intended to be used for manufacturing. My best conjecture is they plan to mass-produce cloak emitters there. Archive recovered. Experimental optimizations present. I'll need more data, though.
Copy that. This would have been the main entrance into this facility?
Yes, it would be if construction were completed. However, data suggests there is only minimal interior infrastructure in place. I don't believe it's worth entering.
Very well. Are there any key portions of the facility I should visit?
Not that I'm able to explicitly pinpoint, no. However, exploring the exterior of the facility is still likely to present some value.
Copy that. I'll see what I can find. This looks to be some sort of depot.
A staging area for construction. Operations here were obviously halted quite some time ago. Nevertheless, it might be worth exploring further. I will leave it to your discretion. Shields at 50%. Shields at 30%. Data suggests the drone spent its remaining battery life observing the gradual spread of biomass, in particular, its rate of dissemination over various surfaces.
Juno, is this a communication device?
Close. It's a long-range sensor suite, an integral part of the station's early warning and collision prevention system. By coordinating data with a small deployment of tug drones and patrol craft, the system ensures that any debris on a collision course with the station is appropriately diverted.
Wish we had that when the Estrella first arrived back home.
It would have made a true difference. Just half of the Estrella arriving here far exceeded the system's capacity.
Fair enough. Though, wait, does that mean those drones and whatnot were the ships Jack and I saw out the window when we first jumped here?
Correct, Captain. Shortly after the Estrella's arrival, the automated fleet reacted. I assumed control of one of the drones to make contact. Dr. Harlan made checking for potential survivors a priority.
Thank you. Both of you.
It was simply the right thing to do.
Good news, Jack. Between data recovery and brute force computations, we now have a schematic prepared for regenerative shielding. Please proceed to the nearest fabricator at your earliest convenience, and we'll begin installation. Checking data store. Maneuvering thruster optimizations were being tested on this drone too. Excellent. Regenerative multispectral shielding installation complete. Jack, your shield should now automatically regenerate as long as it's not being actively depleted. Of course, this process can also be supplemented by charging docks if you so choose.
Ah, didn't quite make them compute themselves out of a job then.
Indeed, they also remain quite valuable for recharging drones, and I shall continue to leverage their networks where possible.
Excellent. Thank you, Juno.
My pleasure, Jack. Shields at 95%. Shields at 50%. Shields at 30%. There is a wealth of data here. Much of it will be useful for improving the counterpulse emitter's efficiency. Good find. There's a moderate amount of data here we can use to increase counterpulse efficiency. Thanks, Jack. Signal relay activated. Jack, you're running out of time. 5. Warning, 10 seconds remaining to complete linking sequence. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Linking sequence timed out. Signal relay activated.